We have been mandated as auxiliary to the Egyptian authorities to facilitate the aid that's coming to Gaza. Since the 7th of October of 2023, the Egyptian Red Crescent hasn't stopped a moment being on the ground with more than 1,500 volunteers daily to facilitate the receiving and as well as the sorting and everything related to the humanitarian aid going to Gaza. We have worked on the humanitarian diplomacy side, trying to advocate the unhindered and the continuous supply of the humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip. The journey has started already 15 months ago, and it's continuous.
Now that there's a truce in place, how much more work do you expect to be doing throughout the next few weeks?
The humanitarian community everywhere was actually waiting for this moment, a moment where we know that we can go with the humanitarian aid without real challenges and with also minimal standards of security, so we can have safer access to the humanitarian aid without having effect on the humanitarian aid itself or even on the personnel who are working on them.
What kind of aid are you sending to Gaza?
It will be hard to say that there is a specific need now in Gaza. Everything is needed. People have suffered and everything has destroyed. However, we need to prioritize sometimes what to have first. The priority now is for food, also for water, for fuel, for winter item, and for the winterization items. Here we are referring also to the shelter, to the blankets, covers, and everything that's needed, because people now, they don't have homes and they are just in unorganized shelters. Beside tents, beside also caravans, where we can also provide them with more dignified life while we are working on extending or going to the next phase of the ceasefire. The destruction of the hospitals and the mobile clinics have also put a lot of pressure on the humanitarian community to provide the support of the whatever medical supply and others. So actually the needs are immense. The suffering is on its utmost. We are coordinating closely with the Palestinian Red Crescent and with UNRWA.
It's not clear if it's going to be temporary or lasting ceasefire, but do you have preparations for what will happen when this becomes it turns from a ceasefire into a lasting truce?
All the humanitarians, they are referring to the Gaza war as the biggest humanitarian crisis in the last 30 years. And of course, we have put different scenarios. And one of the scenarios was the ceasefire, whether it's temporary. Our plan is, again, to start this coordination and cooperation with different stakeholders who are working on the reconstruction. We have built our capacities in El Arish and in Rafah in order to ensure that we can provide a logistical support and a very good pipeline that can help in the next phase.
You've worked with about 120 governments and international organizations. When it came to coordinating with the Chinese government, how was the cooperation like between the Chinese government and the Egyptian Red Crescent?
I have seen the keenness of the Chinese government on being on the forefront of supporting Gaza Strip. And always they are coming to check on the needs. And this is also very much appreciated. It's not one shot of aid and then they have closed. Every time they are checking on the needs. And they were very keen also to support not only on the food but also they were keen to support on the medical aspect and the medical sector in Gaza.
Thank you very much.